2025 is the year of the wood snake. It's the year of the yin, the nin, the feminine. And the nature of manifest consciousness as mind, Shakti, is feminine. And therefore, it kind of sounds like a paradox really, but that which is risen as the Kundalini, only when it grounds itself, when the feminine grounds herself as the masculine, that we have a lived experience of anything, including this new era that we are in. So grounding is a very important aspect and the very nature of feminine itself, which kind of, when intellectually understood can sound very paradoxical, right? Because the manifest masculine is the one that concretizes, but it's only the feminine, because there are no feminine and masculine, it's simply consciousness, the way that we look at the subtle that comes to ground itself. So this year is all about that, the wood snake, that which is now vibrating, we're vibrating as ascended consciousness, Treta, Satyuga, cosmic consciousness, golden age, so many different names, right? Heart, mind, integrated being is the grounding of that. So the energies, right? All is nature, manifest consciousness is nature. So that is the flow of nature already. We see the nature of the separate self and our personal mind that stands as if I'm separate from nature and life, then we don't experience it. So that's the invitation. So one of the questions, the most common questions that really come is this with the word that we say is grounding. What does that really mean? What does it mean to have a lived, grounded experience, to ground ourselves? As always, everything is context. That is the state of mind, which is the vibration of the mind, which is the identity that we are moving in and as. When we are identified as the body, that means our primary identity of who am I is this physical body that I'm appearing as. That's the play of the Dwapar Yuga, right? As the five senses looking outwards, there's a life outside of me, right? That's the play of the separate self. Then ways to ground, what it really means, is very different than for our true self. So when we are in the body, that's why how to ground is truly to come into the body. In the context of the Dwapar Yuga state of mind, where we are identified as a person, come into the body. This is where, of course, all practices come into place. Right? All practices are only for that which lives in linear time-space reality. That is the body. That is this thinking mind. That which we are as awareness is timeless. Practice is a very linear thing. Yeah? So that's why when we are awake as awareness, then simply being, it's non-practice awareness. So when we are in the body, when we are identified as this, that's why we say come into the feminine. This is the body of being. The sensing of manifest consciousness or mind, or how we speak about it, can be sensed from this. We say it's awareness. We also say it is the body of being itself. That's the feminine understanding, the lived experience. The feminine is always home. No matter what she's vibrating as, she's home. And as we know, this thinking mind of ours in Dwapar Yuga moves in 10 different ways, has taken on beliefs and meaning making, or all of that from the world. That's part of the play. When we live as, Dwapar Yuga state, the invitation is always come home. The body is always at home. Body is always here. always in and as the now. So the feminine gateway then becomes this. This is how we sense our body to be that tuning fork. Our gut, our heart, our whole body then, responds as intuition to what is the true way. Right? And this is something that our ancient cultures, our elders, all of them knew that in every culture. We knew that. Come into the body. So for the ones asking the question, how do we ground ourselves? Because that is the lived experience to know that I am living wisdom itself. That everything that I need to know, I am knowledge itself, I am. And how it kind of comes through consciously to the mind as the knowing, one may say, is through coming into the body. That will allow for the lived experience. That is why yoga, body practices, mindfulness, and being present with whatever we are doing is profoundly transformational for the Dwapara seeking mind. Come into the body. Do one thing at a time. Be and move as presence. Feel rather than think. Initially we are of course standing as the separate self, right? As the body. As we start doing this, one of the key practices that has been transformational for me is walking bare feet. That's called as grounding. Even if it's 5 minutes a day, wherever you may be, walk bare feet. This is what our ancient cultures knew. If you ever have a question, you want to sense and you need an answer from within, come into the body, walk bare feet, connect to Mother Earth. This is the higher level of understanding and identity, right? One may say even that's the awakening as the collective self. So the 3 levels, if you want to look at it that way. One is the separate self, where we stand separately. And then when we awaken as the 4D, which is like the collective self. That is knowing that the body now of being is not this separate body, physical body that I move as the 5 senses. It is Mother Earth itself. That this body belongs to Mother Earth. This experience that we are having as consciousness is born from this earth and will go back to it. This is profoundly experienced. This is connection. There's no difference between the I at any point with Mother Earth. So walk bare feet. That becomes then the ground of being, the body of being then becomes Gaia, Bhudevi. I am Bhudevi. The I am. And then of course, as consciousness, one mind, manifest consciousness, the body or the ground of being, our true nature, is the living light as awareness itself. This is our identity of awakening as the true self, the non-dual self. I am the timeless within which I appear as this moving and playing world. That which is appearing in the light is not apart from that which I am. I only perceive myself, meet myself. I'm only playing with myself. There's only one being. That is the light. That is the love. It's an intimate experience of that. Then the ground of being itself becomes awareness. And that is why the most direct path is to be aware. Stay present, be aware. It's the ultimate experience of, not the linear kind of experience, it's the timeless experience that I already am. It is the simplest of the practices, which is a non-practice. Allow for all the linear practices that we do at the level of the body, the physical body, and all of that. See, is only in service to this, to becoming more aware at the level of the body. This is the experience of grounded, lived experience as the I am. This is Shiva Shakti. Shiva Tattva, awareness, and Prakriti, that is Shakti, that is nature, that allows for all the experience, all there is to self and reality's experience, is one and the same. They are not apart. The non-dual itself appears as the dual. There is no separation. Much love.